Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Cabra Bowling Club. My name's Michael Ibbotson. We're bringing you live streaming of the Zone 12 Junior Singles Final. Been 3 days of a jam-packed schedule, and we're down to our last game today on Friday afternoon. I'll give you the results from the Zone Junior Championships for the fours and the pairs. But for now, we're just about to get started on the first end of this singles final between Ryan Klem from Cabra and Brendan Ford from St John's Park. Obviously singles, there's no maximum number of ends. We're playing first to 21 shots. Brendan playing with the St John's coloured blue and cardinal bowls, Ryan with the dark purple bowls. Shot there from Ryan Klem, finding it early. Does look like just the one to Ryan. Very good effort here from Brendan. So both players playing with good tempo. We shouldn't have too much downtime in this one. A pretty handy third bowl there from Ryan Klem. Drawing a shot with a little bit of cover. Last bowl of the first end here for Brendan Ford. And Ryan just asking if that's still 2 shots. Indication from Bailey Meddy, the marker, is 2. Good early opportunity here for Ryan. And it's a very good effort. Not quite getting in there, so clearly the one. And it is 2 shots to Ryan Klem on this first end. So these 2 young men certainly the best performers throughout this junior championships. Definitely some notable mentions. Get to those in just a moment. Another handy bowl from Ryan. As I mentioned, there has been a fair bit of bowls here, so both players have played on this rink and have been playing on this green for the duration of the 3 days. Another good shot from Ryan, holding 2 now. this final is wrapping up after Wednesday's play all day of all the singles. 11 competitors from Cabra, St John's Park, Padstow Bowling Club and Mount Lewis. Ryan Klem, it's not the best results. Another handy bowl, very good touch, but just an opening here for Brendan. Playing it positive on that forehand. So yesterday we did have a full day of pairs, and this morning there was 2 rounds of 4s. That's a really good shot there from Ryan. Tidies it up just a little bit. He's holding 4 here on the second end. Positive again from Brendan. See if he can correct that line. He's very close. What a very, very good shot from Brendan Ford. Pressure on, down 4, looking at a potential 6-0 margin after 2 ends. So I'll get you those results now. So the 4s final was played earlier today after a semi-final. So St John's defeating Padstow in the semi-final. And with only the 3 teams, we had Cabra with a bye. So St John's Park Cabra final. And fantastic match between the 8 players. Final score, St John's Park 17, Cabra 14. Much better start there from Brendan. Cabra side of Chanel, Shakuj, Taylor de Greenlaw, Billy Waite and Ryan Klem on your screen now, skipping that rink. Ryan in very, very good touch early here. Not sure who's holding, but may not stay the same at the end of the end. Yeah, so a fantastic 4s final. Brendan close again, changing it up. That's actually a lot better there for Brendan. And the champions in the Zone 12 juniors in the 4s format: Jay Fisher, Noah Lyle, Jason English and Brendan Ford. Sorry, I should clarify. After we see another fantastic shot. Jason English actually representing Mount Lewis. So 3 St John's players there, with Jason English playing 3rd in that side. What a standard we're seeing here between these two. Changing with every bowl, only on the 3rd end, 2 all. Ryan very close again to changing it. What an effort. Not quite getting enough of his bowl to rock Brendan's out. So Bailey with the 1 red marker indicating St John's holding. Certainly not going to affect Ryan that last bowl if he chooses to play the same. It'd be very hard to see his bowl coming out without his bowl that he plays sticking around, so I see a huge danger of dropping 2 here. Opportunity to play very similar to his last. similar speed. What a great effort again from Ryan. Fantastic end, but it is one shot to Brendan. We'll get to the pairs results now. As I mentioned, all the section played yesterday throughout the day, and it was the Cabra combination coming out victors just before this game started. A score of 16-5. Score certainly sounds one-sided, but again it was a very high standard. Brendan fantastic again with his first. It was just Billy Waite and Ryan Klem just playing very, very consistently and taking that pairs final. Another fantastic shot. They just keep coming. I hope this keeps coming from these two throughout this game. So those the Cabra boys defeated Jason English and Brendan Ford. As I mentioned, the score was 16-5, so congrats to Billy and Ryan, pairs champions. So I did mention at the start these two, you could say, have been the best performed, and that one does just stay on the green. But no doubt Jason English from Mount Lewis and Billy Waite from Cabra, notable mentions for their performances throughout this championships. Mind that from Ryan, nice and positive. So Brendan with his last of the end. Ryan looks to be holding at least the one shot. Just got enough, and it looks like it does. Ryan still just giving this one a chance and finds the hole. So it's going to be another one shot to Brendan, I would say. And one shot is confirmed. Anyone interested, especially any younger members of the community who are interested in bowls, we do run try bowls here. It's free Thursday evenings. See Bailey Meddy out there as our marker. He's here every Thursday with the bowls and all the equipment. So they're ready to go and tips on how to play the game so you can enjoy it. Definitely encourage anyone who is a bowler, even if you know somebody, it's a very good opportunity just to introduce them to the game. So by all means, bring them along with you. Obviously hard to see just the depth with these camera angles, but it does look like Ryan Klem holding the one shot. He was very close though. I could be wrong, I have been plenty of times on the stream. Brendan with his third, doesn't quite rock that Klem bowl over. Ryan a little bit more positive here. Streaming maintenance. It is still absolutely teeming down here. We are fortunate that we've got all 3 days of this championships in, but that space up there on that end of the rink is suffering quite a bit because the rain is just coming in a little bit sideways. Does lighten up, we will be able to get you that behind the rink image again. Just trying to make sure our camera doesn't suffer throughout this weather. But so no change from those early bowls. Really could be close for shot. Sneaking past that shorter bowl, and it is the one shot to Ryan Klem. So from the start that we've had, harsh to say, but that was the loosest end we've seen so far, and still very, very good. But the way these two boys have been playing, we can set our expectations pretty high. Lovely speed again from Ryan. Drawing shot once again. Better effort here from Ryan. Just catching the edge of that bowl, but it's another one in the area. Two shots, both players sticking to this wider side of the rink. Does play a touch wider on that side, away from the club. Good area again from Ryan without a result. Brendan just looking for a little bit of cover there. Still holding the 2, and Ryan might not quite get there with this one. It still does look close to the 2 shots. Close enough for Bailey to have a second look. And confirming definitely the 1. Last bowl of the end here. Any little touch on Brendan's bowl could get a 3 out of this. Fair speed again from Brendan, so might need to have a look at this for the second shot. Clearly it's 1, and that's what it'll be. So score moves to 5-3 in favour of Brendan Ford. As you can see up on the top right there, first to 21 shots. Starting to get a little bit gusty, as you might hear some feedback in the mic, so I might test the players out just a touch heading in this direction. As I mentioned, the shot there from Ryan, just a touch over, but getting a result. Yeah, so playing up into the wind a little bit, that's why we've got this an issue with our camera getting drenched. And a good shot from Brendan Ford, rolling his through. Definitely the 1, Ryan holding second shot. Positive shot here from Ryan, and get some of the jack. His bowl does go out of play, so both players with 1 bowl each to play. Back in that far one top of screen to be second. Brendan backhand again. Jack pretty much on the centre line. That's a pretty good effort there from Brendan. Just past the 2 metre. After a good shot getting the jack, no result with his bowl coming out of play. Ryan really would like to draw second. If he does draw a shot, it's a bonus, and he has done that, so 1 to Brendan. Brendan, jack down to the tee. from Brendan, putting pressure on with his first bowl these last few ends. It's okay with that first one from Ryan, just making sure you're there. Give him some options. Pretty good area again here from Brendan. Probably changing to backhand here, just seeing if that bowl is jack high. Just racing through a little bit here, does need some contact. Sits the bowl through, so just the one down. Good speed here again from Brendan. He's going to put that second shot back in there and finds the centre line. Ryan just looking to correct the speed just a little bit. He's played that very, very well. I've got shot out of it, but it gives him something to work with his last. Indication is one to Brendan. So shot bowl is Brendan's bowl, just short of jack. Speed there from Brendan. Trail their opportunity for 3. So Ryan options here to play. Reaching on the forehand, I'll just get up to his bowl on the backhand. Looks like backhand is the choice. Carrying a little bit of speed, so just hangs out there. So it will be one to Brendan. So back and forth to start with. Brendan now stringing together a few ends. This might not be the weather for a party, but even if it is, and this is the day you booked, as you can see, we're here playing with our fantastic undercover green synthetic surface, so party's always on. Summer's coming up, Christmas parties, work parties. Contact details on our website, cabrabowls.com.au. You can contact us via our Facebook page. Good shot there from Ryan. We are starting to get plenty of bookings, so get them in quick. Centre line again from Brendan. Still a one shot to Ryan. So it might be tough for Brendan to get in here. just on this tighter forehand, so he's looking for that wider side to draw around Ryan. And has found a hole. Still a touch short of Jack. Ryan's played this pretty well and just dead draws it on the backhand. What a shot. So see what Brendan's looking to do with his last. Try to repeat something similar to his last bowl and get to Ryan's last effort. He won't be short. Oh, fantastic shot. Does look like he's rolled that through far enough to get the one out of it, so I would say on your screen the bowl left of Jack is shot very close for the next two. Chance for Ryan to repeat his last effort, get down to that last bowl of Brendan's. Looked like he had an identical track, just a touch off the weight. And one more for Brendan Ford. Score now 8-3 in this first to 21. Sticking with this length he's been comfortable with. Still good tempo from both players, really only asking the questions that they really need to ask, but confident enough to ask them, which is fantastic to see. Correction from Brendan. Ryan changing over with his second. Got a couple pretty well on this backhand last end. He's in a pretty good area and right down to the Jack. Very good shot. Brendan in a pretty good area again here. Just getting down to the edge of the Jack and making two out of it. Fantastic shot. Now back over to the forehand. Still room enough for him to draw this. He's made a pretty good effort of it too. Fantastic shot again. These two shot for shot. To play, Ryan Klem holding shot. looking positive on the backhand to get the bowl out, and looks very, very close. What a great effort. Really good option there from Brendan. I like that. Chance of bowl's a good result. Jack's okay, but playing that shot and then making Ryan play the same shot under pressure. Ryan looks to have very good speed again. Just out, I'd say. So it is 1-2 Ryan. What a great end again from these two. Start there from Ryan. Just over a foot away from the bowl. From the jack, sorry. This rain just persisting, so we'll persist ourselves with these camera angles. Hopefully the wind goes away so we can get you back that shot from the centre line. Great effort there from Brendan. Does look like he's made shot out of that. Very close to sitting this bowl. What a fantastic shot again from Ryan Klem. So Brendan probably looking to play something similar. Let's get to that last bowl. Ryan's. Still pretty good speed. Right down to the jack. Fantastic shot. Ryan's going to come down and take a look. You can see there, no real view of the jack. You may have a slight view of it from the mat. Positive up to the bowls, and play that with really, really good weight. Just enough to potentially spring the jack a little bit, but not right through, with Brendan having that back bowl. So Brendan holding shot, last bowl of the end. Very good attempt here, trying to draw the second, but probably just out. And it is the one. So Brendan back out to that 5-shot lead. Rolling in. So Matt right back for Ryan. From Ryan, so we're playing full length here. A little bit of a change, so we'll see who can adapt. Handy start there from Brendan. Response here again from Ryan. Still one shot to Ryan. Down 5 and 21, still a little way to go, but rather be pegging back that margin sooner rather than later. Could help his case. Brendan has corrected very well throughout the start of this match. Has done so once again. Perfect weight there, staying with it. Very good attempt there from Ryan. Try and get that forward bowl out. So both players one bowl to play. Brendan backhand, just looking to beat that bowl of Ryan's. Not sure if he's done enough to roll that out. Still does look just the one. There's a shot on either hand here for Ryan. He has played this backhand a few times really well, but he might look to play that same forehand shot. Looks like that's the way he's heading. Have done enough there to roll his in, and just tip Brendan out, and that looks like the case. A little fortunate. Really just over a bowl tight. The weight was pretty spectacular. Shorter length after that full length end. Up into this breeze. Both players just falling a little short. Overcorrect from Ryan, but just that yard over. Here from Brendan up to the jack, and a little piece stays with it a bit. Very solid effort here from Ryan, not quite enough. Is the one to Brendan. That angle's a little deceiving. He's probably 8 or 9 inches away from the jack. That shot from last end, so updated the score. Brendan leading 9-5. No change, so Brendan opportunity to draw a second on the back end. Changing, so just trying to work with that as well as they can. Plenty of eyes on here at Cabra Monday. Bingo, plenty of prizes. Lots of people here on Mondays for bingo. Sandy does a fantastic job. Response again from Ryan. So as he's done all game, we'll see if Brendan does correct here. Very good effort, and tips in, so it looks like Brendan with shot. similar to his last year, Brendan, just that little bit of weight to sit bowl or trail jack, and bowl it is. So more positive now from Ryan. Very close to some sort of result. Sits one of the forward bowls through. There's one to Brendan Ford. So each player one bowl to play. See Brendan just getting a bit of that moisture off up this end of the green. That rain just coming on to the back of the rink. Again, while we've a little bit of a change of the camera angles up that end. That little touch I don't believe has changed shot. Bit of danger here for Ryan, but no doubt an opportunity to make a two. Playing positive, looking for shot bowl or jack, and has got the worst result possible. So always a chance with only the one bowl in the head. So the difference now 9 shots. It is first to 21. Just needing to regroup. No doubt this will be a tough scoreline to peg back. I'd be certain in saying it has happened before. Brendan just looking to keep the pressure on, keep putting bowls nearby, giving himself chances. Has done so again. May have fallen in. Bailey favouring the forward bowl, but suggesting possibly a measure. That is very close to shot that last bowl. For Ryan though, 2 bowls left on the end, 2 feet to draw shot. Very close to doing so. Good response there from Ryan. See that last bowl of his just right of the jack on picture. So Bailey just having a look. here's one to Ryan. Well, that might have changed it, rolling that one in there from Brendan. No change. Ryan last bowl of the end. Chance to peg back 2 of this margin. Looks to be a little quick. Little trail there would have been the other option. And here's the one shot to Ryan. I said a long way back, but that's a good start. Pretty good here from Ryan. Under a little bit of pressure, responding well. But Brendan hasn't really taken his foot off the throttle. For the bigger part of this game. A touch short, but still in play. This one doesn't have the petrol in it, so still one to Ryan Klem. Not the worst position there for Brendan. There is a shot on either hand. Ryan just a little bit tentative again. So leaving his shot bowl a little bit vulnerable for Brendan to play nice and positive. That one. It's like a bit better speed here from Ryan. And clears the front to draw second shot. Made it any easier for Brendan to get to. Obviously from my position that backhand shot does look like it's on. Not sure if it's as good a view from the mat. So Brendan coming down on this backhand. He had really good weight, just that change over hand missing the line. So Ryan 3 shots in the last 2 ends, getting that margin back to 6. This is a Cabra stream, so I'm allowed to be biased, but in the spirit of watching a good game, regardless, I'd still like to see Ryan get back into this one so we can see a big finish after what's been a fantastic 3 days of bowls on this junior program for Zone 12. Decent start again from Ryan. Just over a foot short. Sorry, a little interruption there, everyone. So Ryan's first bowl of the end is still holding shot. Brendan holding second, probably third as well. A little bit of room for him on the forehand. He's probably hung around just enough to get shot there. Ryan's going to come up and have a look at this one. Has played a couple of really good draw shots on that backhand, but really it's with Brendan's bowl on the forehand side of the centre line. So Ryan's going to play down to just draw to that bowl. We'll just clear his short bowl. Slightly under the line, but a result crashing onto his bowl is there. Just don't know if it's done enough. Like the positive weight there from Ryan. Some results available to him. Just had to reach. Get through all of that with a tight line. We'll see where this measure ends up. And it is 1 to Ryan Klem, so another one on the board, just continuing to tighten up this margin. 5 shots in it in this first to 21. Bit of a miss for both with their first. A handy correction here from Ryan. So, not sure of second shot, but certainly one to Ryan with his last bowl. Players just dealing with a bit of moisture on their bowls right up that end with the wind bringing that rain in. And another very good bowl from Ryan. Opting for this forehand, he's played really well. Not quite enough there, so definitely the 2 to Ryan. Quite sure if that one is in there for third. Brendan with last bowl of the end. Definitely give both of these young men a little bit of a pass if they have a bad end or two. It's been a big 3 days of bowls, and guys have played just about every single game. Close from Brendan. And with his last, plays a cracker. It's a fair swing with that one bowl from Brendan. Margin could have been 14 to 11, but now 15 to 9. Anyone that is jumping on late, we do have a little bit of wind and it's still raining, so our camera down this end was getting saturated, so we had to make a few changes. Good response from Ryan. Good start from Brendan, his first bowl just over a foot past Jack. Another bowl up into the area, so Ryan's bowl right up on top of the Jack now. second shot. Didn't see what Bailey indicated. Brendan positive up there, trying to make some movement. Ryan, anything to his last, inside it. That's a pretty handy bowl just there from Ryan Klem. Indication is just the one shot, favour of Ryan. Give you the other angle. After a look, Brendan back to the mat. Be positive up here on the forehand again. There's a tendency when you get a little bit of headwind, especially on this side of the green, playing that forehand. These balls do tend to hang out a little bit. Ryan with no real danger on the backhand. Just need to draw up on the forehand, and that was the danger. Unfortunate result again for Ryan Klem. Really good setup of that end, but there's still time if he can just keep building heads. Brendan really just needs to keep doing what he's doing. Just trying to keep pressure he can on Ryan. Just out of shot is Brendan's first, just running right through. He has corrected well once again, right down to the jack. A bit quicker with this one. Still just the one shot. Apologise for that. You guys didn't see that. Still just the one shot to Brendan. Ryan just looking for contact here on the forehand and just rolling Brendan's bowl over, so no change. Last bowl of the end here from Brendan. And looking more for protection just for that trail on the backhand, but rolling through a little bit, so opportunity Ryan can play for some contact here on the jack. very good try. As you see quite often in singles, Brendan first to land one right on it and wins the end. Margin out to 8 now, Brendan just needing the 4 shots. He's in, that's all he needs to really do, just make sure he's remains positive and up past the jack. Very good shot from Ryan. Just getting up to his shot bowl. A couple of bowls to land on for Brendan. Looks to be in the area for something. Yeah, gets rid of Ryan's back bowl. Still a one shot to Ryan. Probably something very similar to his last bowl. Ryan's dark bowl right of Jack on your screen there. Second shot likely to be Brendan's Jack high bowl. Not too much danger here for Brendan to get up and sit shot bowl on the backhand, even any sort of trail. Last bowl of the end. He may have done enough there for second shot. Very close. So I'll have a look at it. One already taken out for Ryan Klem. And very, very close, but it is going to be 2. Margin back to 6. But obviously Brendan getting much closer to that 21 shot mark. handy start there from Ryan. Just over a foot short of the jack. Brendan with a pretty good response here. Right down to it. That's a fantastic bowl from Brendan Ford. Very similar speed here from Brendan. Apologise viewers, sometimes I get caught up watching the bowl. So Ryan changing over into that backhand this way, yes. Played some good shots down there. Brendan sticking with this forehand, just looking to really just clear his last bowl. So we'll probably see a similar attempt from Ryan, just for the correction of the line. Forehand's really cluttered up, so down on the backhand. So no change. Just the one shot currently for Brendan. Ryan holding second, but there is a bit of room there for Brendan. Very good speed. It's a good shot from Brendan. Talk about getting a little edge of the bowl when really he played perfect weight. And the perfect line he really only missed by an inch, so credit for playing in a really good area with really good weight, and gets 2 shots from that end. Start again from both players. Brendan about 2 feet through, Ryan just the one. What a great response again from Brendan. Positive up on the backhand, and has played that really, really well. I don't know if he's got the result. He has. Good shot from Ryan to open up the head a little bit. That jack was right up against the forward bowl. So Ryan drawing now up on the backhand. And hasn't quite done enough. So Brendan with his last of the end. We'll see how positive he looks to play this. Swinging up on the forehand. Try and get some of the jack. That's a fair effort. And jack has stayed in play by the looks of it. It's a cracking shot from Brendan. Nice and positive, a couple of options there for results. Bowl a little bit of jack, and now Ryan possibly down game with this last bowl. Certainly Brendan is holding one. Hard to tell the second. I'm not sure Ryan has enough. He may have done enough for second shot. And yes, it is the one shot to Brendan. So it's a good shot from Ryan to save game there. Fantastic shot from Brendan to create that opportunity. So the difference now being 9 shots. But really the bigger factor is Brendan just needing the 1 for game, and that's a great start. Good response from Ryan, just needs to put some bowls around it, create some opportunities. No doubt this scoreline is a long way back for Ryan. But the way both of these boys have played through this 3 days of junior championships, I'm not counting anything out. As you can see with that shot right there. So Brendan really doesn't need to change much at all. This third bowl could make it really, really difficult if he gets down there. Jack movement, and is close. Oh, it's a pretty stiff result there, to be honest. That's a really good effort from Ryan. Just checking now if there's 1 or 2. Oh, it is close. Clearly it's 1 to Ryan. And Bailey's suggesting it is 2. So Brendan with his last bowl of this end. We played 3 really good bowls so far on this end, and he's close again. And that looks like he may have stayed close enough there and holding game. It's 4 very good bowls from Brendan. But Ryan's responded every bowl so far this end. And I don't know if that one is going to do enough. It might fall in, we'll see. Brendan pretty confident. But game on the line, definitely worth a measure. And that is 1 to Brendan Ford. So, did say I did have the opportunity to be biased, and I will say that Brendan has played a fantastic game, and congratulations for being the Zone 12 Junior Singles champion. But no doubt Ryan Klem deserves some congratulations for the way he has played, not only in this game on the stream, but throughout the 3 days. So yeah, what a display we've seen. So that's going to wrap up our coverage of this Junior Singles final. I would like to congratulate Zone 12, particularly Rod Ford, for what he's organised the last 3 days and giving these young players an opportunity to come out here and compete. We've seen bowls very similar to what you've seen on the stream for 3 days, and it's just fantastic to see those opportunities provided, and so many juniors take up that opportunity. So I'll just wrap these scores up again. So in the 4s, it was the St John's, 3 St John's players, and Jay Fisher, Noah Lyle, Jason English is from Mount Lewis, and Brendan Ford, and champions in the Junior 4s. It was Billy Waite and Ryan Klem, champions in the Junior Pairs final. And as we've just seen here, congratulations to Brendan Ford on winning the singles title. That's it from our stream. Thank you very much for joining us here at Cabra Bowling Club. We'll see you again on our next stream, which will be our minor singles final on Sunday around the middle of the day, scheduled for 11:30, but obviously we've got to wait till we get those semi-finals finished Sunday morning. So we'll see you again here soon at Cabra Bowls.